Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. In the last episode, we helped the elves, the Maladrim, complete the first assault on the shores of Mirkwood, and now we're ready to start transporting Mazog to the shores of Mirkwood itself as we make our way towards Dol Guldur to eventually exchange prisoners. Most notably, we're trying to exchange Mozogs for some of the dwarves. So let's talk with this guy.
Are you ready to meet the party responsible for bringing Mazog to Dol Guldur?
Are you ready to meet the company responsible for the dangerous undertaking of bringing Mazog to Dol Guldur in exchange for the prisoners? I will bring you to them and make the introductions.
The golden host of Lothlorien has crossed the river Anduin, but now a second smaller party must follow in its wake. These are the elves of the Hidden Guard, chosen to bring the prisoner Mazog to the gates of Dol Guldur.
Lord Celeborn and Lady Galadriel have determined that the elves of Lothlorien must stand allied with the dwarves of Moria, as long ago they once did. They have selected a number of elves to oversee the passage of Mazog through Mirkwood to Dol Guldur, where the orc will be exchanged for prisoners held by the enemy in that fortress. I will bring you to these elves, this hidden guard, as they make their preparations. This way, Kippen, I will introduce you to the hidden guard. The hidden guard is composed of 5 elves, chosen for their skill in various disciplines. You too will be a member of the hidden guard. I know your help will be invaluable. Allow me to introduce you to Radir, Sigilith, and Akador, 3 members of the hidden guard. So, I will read through some of this. You guys know it's a 100% playthrough. I like to get through the text. Tell me about yourself. A short time ago, I visited the halls of Thranduil and spent the days feasting and conversing with our cousins in the northern Mirkwood. My brother Fenris was slain while I was away. Mazog will not leave my sight. If he gives me even one reason to do so, I will end him. The Lady Galadriel must agree with this, for why else would she speak on my behalf to Lord Celeborn? I have met Nurilith. I know you have. You have my thanks for easing the burden of my brother's widow. She may be content to remember Fenris, but it is not enough for me. I desire vengeance. What do you think of this mission? I think it is foolhardy to return Mazog to his allies, no matter how many dwarves might be saved. But I doubt also that Mazog will ever reach Dol Guldur alive. He will surely try something on the journey, and I, Akador, will be there to end his life. I will delight in my vengeance and shed no tears for a plan unrealized. My brother Fenris was slain by orcs that came down from the mountains following the company that sought refuge in the Golden Wood recently, and I desire to end Mazog's life myself. It pains me to know we must turn him over to his allies, and I have argued long against it already. I petitioned Lord Celeborn to let me accompany the group transporting the prisoner, but he denied my request. Only once the Lady Galadriel spoke to him did he change his mind. I do not know what she said, but I am grateful to her for it. Now I will keep a close eye upon Mazog for the duration of my journey, and if he gives me the slightest reason, I will take vengeance upon him. Alright, so this is Sigilith. The knives I yield thirst for the blood of orcs. It will be an effort not to give them that of Mazog. Tell me about yourself. There is little to tell. I have lived a long time in Lorien, and in all that time I have not seen such an endeavor as that of the Golden Host. If any of its aims come to pass, it will seem to me a wonder. But I vow to see the will of the Lord and Lady in all things, for they have shown me kindness and beauty in such measure as I would not have believed were I not to witness it myself. Where did you get your knives? I crafted these knives myself, friend. This one is called Ignacigil, for it has a sharp point that can pierce even the air, and this one is Lankagil, for his edge can have a whisper. They are the last knives I will ever make, for all others would be less. For each orc I slay, I will carve a mark on the hilt of the knife that deals the killing blow, and I will gift Lankagil and Exgagil to the Lord and Lady with the grips when the grips are completely filled with these marks. Sorry, my reading is a little off today. Okay. I am Sigilith, Kippen, and I know already of your deeds. You are welcome to accompany us upon this errand. though I have my doubts as to its wisdom. It is a sorrow that the dwarves have lost their own to the cages of the enemy, but that is the way of war. Returning Mazog to his allies seems indefensible to me. If Lord Celeborn and Lady Galadriel see value in it, it is not the place of Sigilith to question. So this is Radir. I can bring us a secret raid to Dol Guldur if any elf can. I did it once before long ago. Tell me about yourself. I learned the ways of the forest from our kin in the northern reaches of Mirkwood, and that place holds little fear for me. What the enemy has wrought in the southern reaches of the forest fills me rather with anger and with sadness for the life that once sheltered there. I have planned a route through the forest that will permit us to bring Mazog almost to the very gates of Dol Guldur without being seen. What can we expect in Mirkwood? The forest is a dark and dense place, and its paths are not to be lightly trod. But you need not fear overmuch, for I am familiar with its ways. I will bring you safely to the gates of Dol Guldur by secret ways the enemy does not know. Once we are there, however, we will rely upon other elves of the company. My skill is in tracking, and not in battle. If the exchange does not go well, it may come to fighting. What do we know about Dol Guldur? In the far reaches of southern Mirkwood, the fortress of Dol Guldur stands atop a rocky height. It was a stronghold of the enemy for a time, and still his evil festers there. I walked there once long ago. The memory is grim, and were it not for my companion on that journey, I would have despaired. If all goes well, we will not need to tread where I once did, and for that I am grateful. It is a pleasure to meet you, Kippen. I know that you will be a great asset upon this errand. If I were to bring the orc leader to Dol Guldur with the hope that we can exchange his freedom for that of the dwarf prisoners, we must do so in secret. Our numbers are not so great that we can resist a determined effort to take him from us before reaching the fortress. Alright. So we got Arkador. He is scorned by the death of his brother. He's willing to fight. We got Sigilith, the knife master. And we got Radir, the tracker, who will guide our journey. The elves of the Hidden Guard were chosen for their varied expertise in a number of areas. Sigilith for her skills in melee combat, and Radir for his expert tracking ability. Were it my decision, I might have let Arkador join the main force of the Meladrum rather than the Hidden Guard, given the recent tragedy of his brother's death. But I am sure Lady Galadriel had her own reasons for speaking on his behalf, and believe that he will be an important part of the Hidden Guard. I will bring you to the rest of the company, Kippen. So if you remember, his brother, we actually did a mini quest in Lothlorien where we placed an arrow upon a tree for his widow. You may remember that from last season. Come with me, Kippen. I will introduce you to Isuriel and Cuchulainn. Isuriel was offered the strategic oversight of the Golden Host, but she turned it down. I do not know why exactly, but I believe she thought others might be better suited for leadership. Alright, so we got two more here. So we got Isuriel. Tell me about yourself. I am a stranger to war and battle, friend, and I am proud to say so. To learn the secrets of our shared past, and the knowledge that comes from wisdom is my aim, not the doing of great deeds. I hope to bring perspective of history and my knowledge of lore to bear as part of the Hidden Guard. For prowess in combat, we will need to rely on Arkador and Sigilith. What can you tell me about Mirkwood? Radir has chosen a route through the forest that will bring us to Dol Guldur in secret, but there will still be dangers upon the way. Evil lies still in Dol Guldur, it is said, and a great cloud spreads out from those grim reaches. We will have secrecy on our side, but we must not be lulled into complacency. The way will be fraught with perils, not least from Mazog himself. What can we expect from Mazog? Mazog remains a dangerous foe, even in captivity. We will meet the dwarves escorting Mazog once we make the crossing of the Anduin. They will not let down their guard, and neither should we. I am certain Mazog will try to escape, or worse, at some point on the journey. I wonder if that is our real peril, or if it will be keeping Arkador from slaying him once it happens. Megovan and Kippen, it is good to see you again, and I welcome you to the ranks of the Hidden Guard. The knives of Sigilith and the bow of Cuchulainn The path knowledge of Rhaedir and the strong will of Akerdor will see the mission through, and the friendship between Moria and Lothlorien will be stronger for it. Let the enemy quake when he learns of the approach of the Golden Host, and he will think nothing of the Hidden Guard until we be at the gates of Dol Guldur and demand the prisoners kept there in exchange for the life of Mazog. And then we got Kukuran. My bow, Kumoth, is the deadliest I have ever crafted. I have sworn never to fire it in anger. And looks like our other company members have joined us. Tell me about yourself. It has been my honor to provide food for the Feast of Lothlorien, and in recent days to guard its borders from the orcs stirred out of Moria. I fought alongside Haldir and his brothers to keep the passes of Fanudhol free from evil. What do you think of this mission? I do not know if victory is possible, but I will meet the challenge standing upright, with Kumoth bent, his strength taut. We cross the river and bring the fight to the very lawns of the enemy. While the Golden Host launches its attack, the Hidden Guard will deliver their charge to the gates of the fortress and demand satisfaction. If fortune is on our side, one of our aims, at least, will end in victory. We will be better for the trying, even if we should fail. Welcome, Kippen. We are the Hidden Guard, formed by the order of the Lord and Lady, and it is our mission to bring Mazog to the gates of Dol Guldur. Dare to trade his life for those prisoners held in that fortress. Secrecy is our watchword, and surprise is our ally. Isuriel has told me already of your great deeds. I know you will be a vital member of the Hidden Guard on this journey. Alright, finally done talking with everybody. And looks like we got Carkiss. And the classic swan boat of Lothlorien here. It will be my pleasure to guide the Hidden Guard across the river on this, the first step of the journey. May it end in victory. Alright, so the Hidden Guard has made it across. We have made the crossing, Kippen. The dwarves should be just ahead with their captive. Let us greet them and discuss plans for our journey. This way, Kippen, the dwarves must be just ahead. I hope Broin and the dwarves understand the importance of this errant's secrecy. The dwarves of the Iron Garrison are not known for their subtlety. The dwarves and their captive are just ahead. I fear they have been waiting a while. Hail, dwarves of the Iron Garrison. I am J.R.R. of Lorien. You already know my ally Kippen, a warden of great worth and bravery. We do. I am Broin, son of Brogur, and these are my brothers Greyhammer. The brothers Greyhammer. We go to Dol Guldur to trade the Orc Mazog for the freedom of my cousin Bori. Am I to understand you know the paths of this unpleasant forest? I know the ways of Mirkwood, for I trod them long ago, to the very foundations of Dol Guldur. The elves of my company, the Hidden Guard, will bring Mazog there by these paths. You will not make it a league. The orcs of Mirkwood will descend upon you and free me. Be silent, filth. Quiet, prisoner. He is frightened, though it not of us. Think you so, Isuriel? It is the strength of the dwarves that frightens him. Surely it is. No, Broin. Mazog is frightened of being brought to Dol Guldur. But why? Are his allies not there? What could cause him to fear that place? That makes me all the more eager to bring him there. Let him quake upon the road. Come here, Kippen. At last we are underway, Kippen. If you have faith in these elves, this Hidden Guard, then I will as well. May our journey through Mirkwood be swift and our return trip be swifter. With Bori and the other captives, hail and hearty. Let us see the camp these elves have made. There will be little in way of dwarf comforts here in these dark woods, but I will do my best that I may not complain. A great journey awaits us. Alright.
For good or ill, we now have no choice but to embark upon this journey.
It has now begun, Kippen. For good or for ill, we have no choice but to embark upon this journey. May both aims of the Maladrim see victory in the end. The rescue of the prisoners held by the enemy in Dol Guldur and the delay of an attack out of Mirkwood upon Lothlorien. We will do all that we can to see both of these done.
The success of the Hidden God's errand will depend, I think, upon secrecy.
The success of the Hidden Guard's errand will depend, I think, upon secrecy. We must ensure that the orcs of Mirkwood do not learn of Mazog's presence beneath the eaves, or they will surely launch an attack upon us in such numbers we cannot repel them. To the southeast are 2 forts from which the orcs of Mirkwood maintain a watch over this part of the forest. Search any coffers you may find in Madul Ulhur and Ashur's Malfulog for orc communications, and defeat any of the Thogosh that you find in the Mirkeeves as you do. If you can return to me with any plans or messages that mention Mazog, we can determine how to proceed. If they are aware that we have brought him out of Moria, we may need to act quickly to survive. So let me take a look at this cloak. Looks pretty decent, but I probably won't use it. Alright. So it looks like we're ready to do some of this stuff. Let me head to the forts, and I'll try to find some scouts along the way. Still looking for those goblin scouts. Actually, let me head this way. Lots of boars here. They found themselves a nice little castle. Pick up this chest again. And then this is surely for the quest. You search the coffer but find nothing that mentions Mazog. I don't know why it's still glowing. Kind of stresses me out a little bit. Alright, I'll just move on. I'll just move on and go to the other fortress instead. And looks like I'll probably have to cross the river here to the other side. Still no goblin scouts though. It's an interesting little orc/goblin village. I like the design on these little huts. Very interesting. So there's a coffer. Inside the coffer, you find a letter addressed to Mazog. Let me see if it's actually in my inventory, and yes it is. Hail Mazog, Lord of the Pit and Ruler of the Caves. The bearer of this communication has been proven in battle, his strength measured among the very highest of my warriors. I gift him to your service in token of the friendship of the orcs of Mirkwood. I here affix the mark of Malfulug. May we meet in battle beneath the yellow leaves someday soon, and share a cup and stories of death and glory. Alright. So I need to defeat orcs or goblins. Let me see if I can fight a few of these. These are probably all ranged, which is gonna make my life difficult as far as AoEing everyone down. But I can try. Nope. Yeah, they want nothing to do with it. I'll just fight them. Oh my god. Stop running, dude. There we go. Let me switch over to him. Okay. Probably kill this guy. Man, that gambit completely missed. Let's see if I can grab this one too. All right. I really do need to find some of these scouts. That would be very helpful. There we go. There's one around here. There he is. Sweet. Be great if I could find two more. I guess I'll just ride around and look for one. This is when being a hunter comes in handy because you can track these enemies. Can't do that as a warden, unfortunately. My music is all messed up. Sometimes resetting works like that, but not always. Maybe it's just meant to be quiet. There's a quest ring up here, though. A couple of elves. 3 of them, actually.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Greetings, Kippen. Might I have a word with you? Goldenwind believes that we can only reduce the threat of wargs by destroying both the beasts and their handlers. I, however, believe that there is a much more efficient way to handle them: destroy their sustenance. When next you enter Madhul Ulur, look for barrels of food for the wargs. If you destroy these, the wargs and their handlers will be forced to retreat, or at least refrain from foraying against us. This flint, steel, and kindling should be of help. Wow, 3 quests here.
Stay a moment.
Kippen, I am sure you learned that there is a kennel of wargs kept by several goblins not far to the east of Ashur's Malfalug. Madhul Ulur is what the enemy calls it. This camp is surely where the wargs roaming the shores of the Murk Eves are coming from, and it is that threat that we must deal with at once. I need you to enter Madhul Ulur and defeat as many wargs as you can. When you have completed your task, return to me.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Besides slaying wargs, perhaps there is another way to make the warg breeding ineffective. Every camp has a leader, and these wargs have many handlers. If you would, go to Madhul Ulur and defeat any goblin keepers you find. Perhaps by defeating the handlers, the wargs will be thrown into disarray. When you have slain the goblin keepers, return to me.
Mind my words, traveler.
In the end, I believe the only way to truly reduce the threat of wargs is to defeat their leader. Cut off the head of the serpent, and it will die. Amid the wargs of Madhul Ulur, there is a warg rider who leads them all. Defeat Athruk and his beast, and the wargs will surely be thrown into disarray. Return to me when your task is done, and I will reward you as best I can.
Stay a moment.
The orcs of Dol Guldur have established a camp at Ashur's Malfalug, not far to the southwest of here. Unfortunately, we learned that there is also a kennel of wargs located to the south of here. Goldenwind will have more knowledge of that camp, as she's the one to have discovered it. When I tried to get closer to Ashur's Malfalug, I nearly set off a trap set by the orcs. I found no others, which I thought strange, until I realized that they were perhaps spread out to discourage larger forces from moving against them. If you would, search the fields between here and Ashur's Malfalug and see if you can find any more traps. Disarm any that you find. Eventually, we will want to attack the camp directly, then return to me. Alright, lots of quests. Let me move this out of the way. God, it really bothers me when the music goes away. Hopefully once I get into combat, I can reset it. What is that guy right there? That is another adventurer. That's what it is. Let me go ahead and put a dot on that guy. Bring him in. Let me go ahead and just try to round as much stuff up as I can, even though they're all AoE for the most part. Man. Go. Blast these guys again. Nice. Okay. Let me start destroying some of these barrels. Then let me grab a few more handlers here, because I still need to kill some. Let me grab that guy. And then this guy. And just slowly make our way through here. Alright. I got respawns quick. I think I'm done. I think I got everything that I need. So let me just burn this and I should be done in this area for now. Okay. Well, looks like I still need to kill more wargs. 6 more, actually. Alright. I think that was a pretty big group over here. Maybe just one. I'm still looking for some goblin scouts, if thankfully I can find one. No. Alright. One right there. Those didn't count. Does it have to be closer? It might have to be closer to the camp. That's very unfortunate. None of those counted for anything. I'll just go back in and kill a few more, hopefully. Can't go in. Gotta go through the front gate. Gotta do it. I don't know if that guy will count. Not gonna bother with him though. I did aggro this guy. It's fine. Alright, need one more. One more ward. Come on. Just some keepers here. I guess that guy will count. Alright, done with that. Now that you have seen the orc traps, you know what you're looking for. Alright, there we go. Found one of those. Oh, I need to get 10 of those? That's crazy. So maybe I'll find that before I go turn in all these quests. Go this way, looks like. I don't know, it kind of looks like the traps are more to the south side of the river. Should probably get on my horse. Really want to find some orc scouts, or goblin scouts, I mean. Still need 2 more. Alright, last trap here. Perfect. Oh, I almost fell. That would have been a disaster. Now, the first scout I killed was around here somewhere. I don't see any others. Go ahead and turn these in, though.
What can I do for you?
There are too many wargs for you to destroy utterly. That is a pity, for we cannot hope to attack Ashur's Mafalug while the beasts still wander.
What can I do for you?
You have done well to defeat so many of the goblins, but I fear it is still not enough. This beast has many hands, but only one head.
How can I be of service?
Excellent work, Kippen. The wargs of Madhul Ulur will surely fear us now. You have earned the reward of gratitude of the Maladrim. Looks like my reputation with them went up as well, which is nice.
Megavonen.
The traps are disarmed. Very well done, Kippen. Do not go far. I have another task for you.
Mind my words, Talon. How can I be of service?
Their food burns? That as well. It will, however, take some time before we notice any results. Alright, so that's actually going to do it for this episode. In the next one, I will continue all the adventures here in Mirkwood. I hope you're enjoying, and I'll see you on the next episode.